Hi guys, welcome to Chris Ryan Golfer in the Tightest Fitting Centre at the Belfry today, and we're looking at rotation and more specifically how much you should rotate your hips in the backswing. So every golfer out there, to achieve a decent backswing position, is going to have some amount of rotation in the hips. Even if you're the most flexible person out there, you are probably still going to need some amount of rotation in the hips. The key point for us as coaches is that every golfer, or each golfer, will need a different amount of hip rotation to get to the same point at the top. So someone with a little bit more limited flexibility will maybe need a little bit more rotation than somebody who's got plenty of flexibility. So what we're going to do is a little exercise which you can do at home. You need a mirror or a reflection, but it's really simple to do. It's a drill, but you can actually use it as a sort of physical practice or rotating drill, which is going to help you achieve some better positions when you're actually making golf swings, but also give you a little bit more understanding about how much your hips need to rotate in that golf swing. So one of the common problems I see from golfers is they actually underturn the hips. And when they underturn the hips, that's going to really lead themselves into either two kind of things. They're either going to make a really short golf swing with a pretty much underturned upper body as well, or they're going to start to lift those arms into position, maybe get a slightly steeper arm swing than we'd like, lose a bit of width at the top and get quite narrow. So it's something I see quite a lot. Golfers are quite, well, they don't really want to move those hips for some reason. They kind of like to keep those legs pretty static, and often the feedback I'll get is that actually their sort of swing thought is to actually try and keep the legs as still as they can and try and turn their upper body over their legs, and that's not really going to work. So this is the exercise I want you to do. I've got a 6 iron here. It doesn't really matter what club it is, but mid iron would be good. I'm going to take my setup to a golf ball, and I'm going to just place that club across my shoulders. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to do this in front of either a mirror or a reflection, so you can see exactly what you're doing. I obviously can't see what I'm doing because I'm looking through the camera, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult for me. But as you can see from the setup, there's my head. The grip is to the right of my head. Okay. Now, as I turn, the grip is going to stay to the right of my head. Okay? And what we would often see, if I could mimic a golf swing that I see from golfers who come through the academy, as they make a backswing, that grip would stay to the right of their head. Okay? Now, I would like to see a little bit more turn in the shoulders. I would like you, when you do this in the mirror, I would like you to get that grip to disappear behind your head, at least. Okay? So for me to do that, to get that grip to disappear behind my head, I have got to allow my hips to rotate a little bit more. Now, hopefully you can see from that camera angle that the grip has disappeared behind my head. Okay, I was going to say I can't really see this, so I'm not using a mirror, but hopefully that was correct. So I had to use a little bit more rotation in my midsection, my hips, to allow that grip to move that little bit further and disappear behind my head. What we would tend to see from maybe some of the more flexible guys on tour, or the longer hitters, it would start to see that grip appear to the left of their head. So if I try and demonstrate that for you, we're going to turn back, it's to the right of my head, it's going to go behind my head, and it's actually going to appear to the left of my head. Now, I've had to create probably a good 55 degrees of hip turn there to achieve that position. And I think for a lot of you out there, that will feel like a hell of a lot more rotation in your hips than what you're used to. You're probably used to rotating those hips some sort of 20 degrees and maybe getting those shoulders rotating some sort of 75 to 80 degrees into this position, but that's really not optimum for what we're trying to do. Especially if you're trying to hit that ball right to left, we could do with a little bit more depth in the golf swing. Depth is sort of how much you move the hands and the grip inwards from the golf ball. The less you rotate, the more likely you are to get that grip and those arms working upwards. And the more upwards you are, the easier it is to move that club maybe to the outside and working across. Hit fades, slices, pulls, the shots that many of you will be quite familiar with. So really, really simple drill. Use a mirror, get yourself into posture. Make sure you are in posture. The taller you stand, the easier this will be. So make sure you get into good posture. Look in that mirror and get that grip to disappear behind your head, and if not, reappear to the left of your head. And sense how much rotation you need in those hips to do that. One of the things I would then do would be, once you get to about that point, think about where your belt buckle would be pointing. Okay, my belt buckle would be pointing over here somewhere. Pop a golf ball or something in that area. Okay, my feeling when I make shots, or make golf swings I should say, is to get my belt buckle to rotate, to point towards that golf ball. Not rotating over here somewhere, because that's not enough. We need to get that turning a lot more. That's going to help you get into a better position at the top, more coil, more rotation, and hopefully we'll hit some better shots from there. Right, let me go ahead and hit one. Okay, I'm going to take my normal setup. I'm going to try and get my belt buckle to point at that golf ball that's on the ground there. Go through and give it a hit. Okay, pretty good. pretty happy with that. Strike was good, flight was good. Went pretty straight as well, which is a bonus. So hopefully hopefully that helps. Really simple drill you can do at home. If you did that 2 or 3 minutes every morning, that would do wonders for your golf game. Quite simple to do, but benefits to everybody out there. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, post in the comments down below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. All these videos are free. They're designed to hopefully help you play better golf and enjoy your golf a bit more. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.